would have a meeting with all the employees and let them know, hey, the next time this happens, or just let them know. You probably wouldn't even have to get a GPS if he just put the fear in them. Like, hey, I got a GPS on the vehicle. Anytime it moves, and if it moves and I'm not there and I'm calling the cops, and that would maybe scare somebody. But I would put a GPS in it, wouldn't tell anybody, just to see who it is. Because if this person is that deceptive with a company vehicle, what else are they doing to your company that you don't know about either? And what if this person goes out and has a wreck, or multiple things could happen? But you're right. There's multiple type GPS devices you can use. There's one that automatically sends an email or a text to your phone, whether it's linked up to, that lets you know that it's being moved, and that sort of thing or whatever. And they're not that expensive. They're so small, and there's some that actually you can put underneath the vehicle, inside the vehicle, or you can actually hardwire. This fits right onto the ignition system, under the dash. You would never know it's there.
Right.
And I think that's the best bet if he wants to, really find out who's doing it. I would do that. I wouldn't tell anybody. I think now that I think about it, and just let them do it again and see who it is, and then get rid of them.
Yeah, exactly. You got to check what's going on. What's your other one you got?
Well, the other one is it's basically the same thing, a common question. A friend of mine asked me before I even came on this evening. It's basically he has a girlfriend that he hasn't been dating that long, and he wants to know how to catch her cheating because he thinks something is going on. In our first show, I told one of the callers that the best thing to do is break up. And sometimes that works, but sometimes it's just not that easy to do. It could be other, things in their whole relationship. You just can't, especially if you're living together, you just can't walk away. But one of the things that normally works, if you have to, pay attention real close, is send her flowers. And what I mean, and it works for married people better than it does for boyfriend and girlfriend. Send your woman flowers, and don't send her flowers that are her favorite flowers. Send her flowers. Now, the reason I say send flowers is because if she's not used to receiving flowers, and she just started a relationship, maybe cheating on the side or whatever, she's probably thinking that this new guy's sending her flowers. Now, what you do, you go to the flower shop and you pay cash and tell them, like, hey, I want to send flowers because I've did it before, and on the note, on the flowers, just put just because, or put just because I like spending time with you. So what happens is when she gets those flowers, she has two things she can do. Either she brings the flowers home and then get questioned by the boyfriend or the husband, or not mention them at all. Either one is kind of like, think about it.
If she brings it up.
Yeah, if she brings it up. If she doesn't bring it up at all, now I would wait a week. I wouldn't even bring it up. I'd wait a week until she didn't bring it up, then I'd bring it up to her. If she didn't bring it up at all, then there's a problem. Because what do you say? If you have a jealous boyfriend or jealous husband anyway, and you come home with some flowers, like, well, honey, who brought you these flowers? Oh, the boss at work gave everybody, all the females, flowers. And now he knows you're lying to him. So that sort of thing. So it kind of puts him in a predicament. What do you do with these flowers? If you don't say anything, and then, because she's going to question the other guy. If there's another guy, she's going to question him, and she doesn't know whether or not she's going to believe this guy because she just met him, because he could be lying too. So,
that's a good trick, Kevin. I like that. Now, one thing that I've heard some PIs doing, that's something I will never do, is they get a decoy. They get some young, good-looking girl to.
I don't believe.
Yeah, they'll get a young, good-looking girl to go meet with, try to pick up on their husband, or vice versa, and that's
I don't believe it, because it's just like me. If I'm full already from eating, but if I see something else I want to snack on, I'm going to snack even though I'm full. It's just me. Maybe it's just my nature or whatever. But I don't think tempting another person with another female is a good thing to do, because it's just you're creating a situation versus letting it naturally happen.
That's the thing, I don't like it.
I don't like it at all. And I don't think it's. I mean, it works, but I mean, then again, you could put the most honest guy and put him in a room with some of the most beautiful women, and let's see how he reacts. So I don't know. I don't know, because most men are weak. So it wouldn't work for me. Most definitely wouldn't work for me.
Well, I think it's wrong. Is just add in temptation, kind of like putting an honest guy with a lot of loose bills in front, and maybe he just lost
any
his job.
Given day, any given time, anything could happen. So yeah, I don't think that's the right way to do it either.
All right, you're listening to Undercover with Jeff Penrod, and we'll be back in a few minutes after these messages. Do you have a problem that needs solving? Have you been wronged in some way? This is Jeff Penrod, host of Undercover with Jeff Penrod and chief investigator for Quantum Investigations. Quantum Investigations has been solving personal and commercial problems for nearly 20 years. Maybe you need to find someone, or maybe you're looking to invest in a business and you need in-depth research to ensure that the company is a sound investment. Or you may have an issue involving child support, infidelity, theft, fraud, or perhaps you need help with a criminal or civil investigation. Quantum Investigations uses a combination of new technology and old-school detective work to get the job done. We don't just sit behind a computer and look at records. We actually beat the streets to get answers and uncover the truth, one case at a time. You can't solve problems by sitting behind a desk all day. Your problems won't go away on their own. Let Quantum Investigations help you. Call 480-835-8410 for a free consultation. That's 480-835-8410, or go online to quantuminvestigators.com.